Every year, people look into the 12 animal sign forecast to find out what's in store for them. Now, how Chinese astrologers look at the 12 animal sign and how they do a forecast is to study what auspicious and inauspicious stars are in that particular animal sign. So the more auspicious stars that we find in that animal sign indicates more external help or opportunities. And when there are no positive or auspicious stars in that animal sign, that indicates, no external help. Well, guess what? For those of you born with the snake in your destiny code, you do not have any positive star whatsoever in the year of the Fire Rooster. But fret not, okay? Because without positive star does not mean it's the end of the world. It just means that you do not have external help. So check this out. In fact, 2017, you're surrounded by quite a number of negative stars. But first, let's talk about the possible positive aspects. Snake, if you study Chinese astrology, snake and rooster is a combination. And rooster is like the king or the emperor or the person in charge of the year. The snake combines with the rooster in Chinese astrology, and this indicates the possibility of working together with people with authority and power. So if you're talking about networking, if you're talking about joint ventures, and you're talking about getting help from other people, it will be a good year. Because on your own, there are no positive stars for those born with the snake in their chart. In fact, there are a whole bunch of negative stars. A few of them are quite important, a few of them are quite harmless. For example, white tiger. White tiger is excessive energy. Is excessive stamina. So in a way, if you're involved in sports, if you're involved in any physical type of work, it will be great for you. But let's say you're not, you're just an ordinary person working in the office and 9 to 5, with the white tiger star indicates easily agitated, easily meet with injury. It might hurt your feet, hurt your leg. A white tiger also indicates possible of bleeding. Okay, so I'm not saying that you just all of a sudden burst out with blood. It doesn't mean that. It does mean that it's very easy to maybe cut yourself, injure yourself, and so forth. Yeah. Now, the sky warrior. This star is not really a warrior. Basically, it represents an aggressive nature. So in the old days, with this star's existence, it indicates the possible of getting into fights. So these days, people don't fight, but they do argue. So this represents arguments. Now, another star that you need to take note of is the broken star. The broken star basically indicates you meet with a lot of situations where things are broken. So car breaking down, house breaking down, roof start to leak, for example. Things just doesn't work. Even your fridge might just break down, for instance. So you might want to take note of the appliances and the tools that you have around you. And here's something that is quite interesting for those with the snake in the chart. There's back poking star. Back poking means someone poking your back. This is like meeting people who are in front of you, they're nice, but behind your back, they poke your back, they talk bad about you, and they spread rumors and gossips. So that's the thing. The negative stars that you see in the snake, they are not extremely detrimental, but they do cause you some annoyance. But if you make use of the positive aspect, snake and rooster, it's a combination. So here's how you resolve all this problem. Find people who has positive animal stars in their chart and work together with them. Everything that we want in life comes from the help of other people. So if you are able to plot the destiny chart of maybe your friends or the people you work with, and you can see in their destiny chart their positive animal signs, and you're working together with them or enlist their help, 2017 can be a great year for you too. Now, how do you plot their charts? Get to joeyup.com/12animals. There's a parcel plotter. You can plot your destiny chart, and you can also download the notes for the snake animal sign. Now, let's go to a little bit more detail when it comes to this reading. Now, if snake appears in a year, it does indicate that there might be some friends who are good to you on one side, but backstab you on the other. It's okay. Just focus on your job, focus on your career, and work together with people with good animal signs in the chart. You will be able to leave these people behind and march forward, making progress. If the snake appears in the month above, this indicates a lot of work-related gossips and politics, because there's a back-poking star in there. So, but then again, it doesn't mean that you don't make money. It doesn't mean that you have get demoted of sorts. It doesn't mean that. It does mean that a lot of gossiping and bickering. Now, if this appears in the day, the snake appears in your day above, it does indicate in terms of your marriage, there's a little bit of a lack of trust, a little bit of a tension going on. But here's the thing, travel. Go about, travel somewhere, have fun, do happy things together. You will be able to improve your relationships that way, because the snake is also one of the sky horse stars. So traveling can change this. And last, when the snake appears in the hour pillar, be careful of your investments in 2017. So if you have enjoyed this video, please share this with all your friends. I appreciate it very much. And until then, I wish you a fantastic, happy and prosperous 2017.